That is the hardest part of that ring.
For the hardest part of the ring.
Hello and welcome to episode number 28 of Hardest Part of the Ring, the podcast where four friends get together to discuss the wonder of professional wrestling. Those four friends are Sam.
Four friends, including yourself.
Well, yeah. Am I one of the friends?
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. But sorry. Yeah, hi, mate.
Seamless.
John, are you one of our
Hello.
friends?
I hope so.
Yeah, you are.
I don't think my ego could take it if I wasn't.
You're safe.
Okay.
And
great.
Brett.
Hello.
And me. I'm Adam.
You're
I
one
try
of
to
the
mix things
friends.
up.
Yeah.
I do things the same way every time. And look what happens.
I'm sorry, you threw me.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Before we get into wrestling chat, I think, I just wanted to give a little birthday shout out to Sam. It's Sam's birthday. Well, when was your actual birthday? Like 3 weeks ago or something?
Yeah, ages ago, like a year ago now.
Happens every year, doesn't it? It's crazy.
Thank you.
But we all got to attend your very special 30th birthday on Saturday night.
Yeah.
One of the highlights for me was seeing a picture of you and Pete Dunne on the wall.
Tag team partner.
Yeah, all your bemused family were probably
He
wondering what the hell was
sadly
going on.
couldn't attend, but maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year. But the reason I bring this up is because I actually have come up with a little birthday game for you, just quickly, before we get going.
Okay.
No points up for
Okay.
grabs, because it'd be unfair, because you're the only player. But I'm going to list some current WWE wrestlers, and all you have to do is say whether or not they are older or younger than you.
Okay,
Ooh,
that
nice
sucks.
game.
Actually, I'm doing 5 of them. So if you get all 5 right, you can have 1 podcast point.
Okay,
That
sweet.
sounds good, doesn't it? Okay. Jason Jordan.
Younger. No, older.
Cool.
Fuck. Wait.
Pick a side
discussed-
here, Sam.
Come on, Sam.
We discussed his birthday not a few weeks ago, didn't we? On the previous one.
We
He's-
did, yeah.
Come
okay,
on.
yeah. No,
Come
he's
on.
younger than me.
Correct. 29.
Ooh.
So yeah, tight, close
Rocky
one.
start.
Okay, next up, Brett's favourite, Baron Corbin.
Older.
Correct.
Oh, good guess.
He is 33.
Good lord. That explains the hairline.
That's what I based it off.
Next up, Finn Balor.
Older.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
suppose that one's a
surprisingly
bit
old,
easy.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's 36.
Yeah.
What? Hang on a minute. Surprisingly old.
Surprisingly old.
Offence taken here.
Next is Bo Dallas.
Older.
Incorrect, Sam.
Ah,
That point
really?
is
He's been
down the
around
toilet.
forever, it feels like.
Oh.
Bo Dallas is 27.
What?
Good lord.
Wow.
Blimey.
He should have spent some more time in NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, Adam Cole.
Older.
No,
God.
Adam
he's a
Cole is
baby.
he's only 28.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, all my enthusiasm for today's pod has just been destroyed by finding out that these wildly successful wrestlers are so much younger than us.
I know.
How old was Adam Cole when because he definitely feels like he's been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. It's weird when you get to this age when wrestlers and footballers and all these people having these amazing lives are younger. Oh well.
There's still time, Adam. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There's still
Oh,
time.
that was a great game. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, good.
I
Pleased you enjoyed
that a
it.
lot. Yeah.
Happy birthday. My
Thank
birthday's
you.
in February. I expect a game. On to this podcast. We're going to do a top 5. This is our first top 5 since February when we discussed our top 5 stables. I say we. I was actually ill. So it's just the 3 of you. That was episode number 17 if anybody wants to go back and check that out. Was it a good pod? I didn't really listen to it.
It's fantastic, mate. It was honestly one of the best.
Yeah,
Can you
this one, yeah.
remember who the top 5 actually were, though?
I don't know. I can't remember any of it. Let's leave it as a surprise. It needs to be a surprise for people who haven't heard it. Anyway, should we get on with this week's top 5?
What is this
Yeah.
week's top 5?
You're going to find out, Sam. You're going to find out right after this.
Let me tell you guys, that's the hardest part of the ring right there. That's where that steel goes down and a lot of, I'm going to tell you, you don't want to land right there.
So, in order to pick the subject for this week's top 5, I say this week's as if it's something we do weekly, and I've just just revealed that it totally isn't. But for this top 5, we put a poll on Twitter for the listeners to vote, and the winning category was wrestlers to help you survive the apocalypse. If you did vote for either of the other two, then don't panic. I expect we'll get round to those at some point, so don't worry about that. So, the apocalypse. Away from this top 5, are you guys prepared for the apocalypse?
Yeah, I mean, what are we thinking here? Is this going to be a Vinnie Mac caused one, or
Oh, yeah, probably.
TNA taking over? How are we thinking pan out?
I don't know. It could be anything that we want it to be.
Okay.
I suppose once
Yeah.
we've got our final top 5, our list, we can start thinking about storylines and stuff. Maybe we could actually turn this into
Fantastic.
some sort of serial drama for the network.
I'm in. I'm all in. Let's do it.
Okay, good. For those of you that haven't listened to a top 5 episode before, the way it works is that each of us brings 3 selections to the table, and then we take it in turns to put our cases forward for those wrestlers. We'll then hear what the listeners have said, who you guys have suggested, and then we'll whittle it down to our final 5. Obviously, there are loads of qualities required for an apocalypse, so many variables, and it's going to be our job to find out the top 5 guys or girls, dead or alive, to help us do this. So, should we get on with it?
Let's do it.
Are you mega pumped? Because I don't think you sound it.
I'm mega pumped. Super pumped.
Yeah.
Super mega pumped.
Super
all the
mega
pumps.
pumped. Okay.
I'm pumping right now, Adam.
Oh, God. John's pumping. Okay, I am now pumped. Sam, as a birthday boy, do you want to get us rolling?
Yeah. All right. So, the apocalypse, right? I was thinking I want a wrestler who can protect me,
Nice.
is easygoing, and isn't going to steal any of the good loot that I want to take.
Right.
Okay.
So I've come to the conclusion: Matt Riddle, he's going to be walking around barefoot. He's not going to
Yeah.
be taking all the nice clothes and boots and stuff to keep me alive. He
Quite dangerous.
definitely keep me alive. And could you imagine someone more easygoing? I'll be like, we'll get to a fork in the road. We'll be like, do we want to go left or right? He's not going to care.
No.
So-
he's
Yeah,
going to
but
be very laid back.
Yeah.
As soon as you leave your camp, he'll tread on a bit of broken glass, then that's it. He's
Yeah,
fucked.
die of tetanus a week later.
I think tetanus would die from him.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, to be fair, if he's been wrestling barefoot for all these years and he hasn't already got tetanus, I mean, it's probably immune.
I feel like he's the kind of person who I wouldn't mind spending a few months traveling with.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, it'd be so good.
Aren't you a bit worried about in this apocalyptic world that he'd just be constantly? He'd be like, "Oh God, where can I find some weed?"
Yeah.
And that's all he'd worry about. Or maybe that's what you need in an apocalypse.
Everyone needs a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be looking for shelter. He'll be looking for weed. I'll be taking the shoes. It'll be great.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be like in Zombieland where they're looking for the Twinkies. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting first choice. Solid. I'm going to go next, and I have chosen for my first pick, I think, a reliable choice, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was on one of your lists, probably John's, because he's one of his favourites ever. He's into hunting. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, that's a good choice.
There you go.
I mean, not only he's probably one of the manliest men on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got that nice ranch.
Yeah.
I think he sold that recently, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Scratch
Yeah.
that.
Sorry, that's the new segment, Steve Austin Property Watch.
well, that's the problem, because that was one of my main things, is that we'd be able to just
You'd be able
live
to
together.
escape and live on
live
the
together
ranch.
on the Broken Skull Ranch.
Yeah, I think he sold it.
Okay, well, if we're just walking around together, I can cope
Brokeback
without the
Mountain
ranch.
style.
I've got no doubt that with his hunting background, we might see a stray dog and he could just strip it with one hand,
Stunner
and then
it.
we could- yeah, exactly, stunner it, chow down on that, and he'd protect me.
Is there kind of a part of you that perhaps would be a little bit worried that he'd drop you? Just think he's going to you're having a beer, celebrating a survival, doing what you do in an apocalypse, and then he's just going to flip you off, kick you in the stomach, and drop you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There is a chance, and actually, what you've got to think, we might have a short supply of beers that we're going to have to try and ration out, and his attitude to drinking is not
Oh
going
my
to help.
god, yeah. I feel like it's kind of like
yeah.
carrying a hand grenade around with you.
Yeah, maybe if he's got no ranch and he's going to waste the beer and he's going to drop me, maybe this is a terrible choice. But I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah, no, I respect the choice. I think it's a strong one, a scary
Good.
one.
Okay, Stone Cold Steve Austin it is for me. Brett, who's your first?
I didn't think I was going to get to pick my first because I was sure Sam was going to grab him. But like, if there's anyone that you want by your side to scare everyone away, it's Minoru Suzuki.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
And,
He's
and
in.
Would you trust him though?
you look at his Instagram. He looks like quite a cool guy,
You don't.
and then he can flip that switch and be like, you know, a psycho.
I'm not sure there's any switch being flipped there.
I think I'd be so paranoid all the time if he was there. You know?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't turn on his faction, does he? His stable.
I mean, he didn't actually own Suzuki Gun before Suzuki Gun was a thing. It was another stable altogether, and he rocked up and took out the leader and took it over for himself.
Yeah, I'm happy to follow.
Okay.
Suzuki. I'm not saying I'll lead him. He can be the leader.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to be the
I'm
leader. in this
definitely
situation.
stepping aside there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I trust you, Suzuki.
Are there any concerns about him wanting to be a lonely warrior tonight? Is that not?
The great thing about this is that you probably will be living with him in a stable. Like, literally.
Yeah,
An actual physical stable.
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Good choice.
Yeah.
I think there's a strong chance he may make it to the top 5. John, who did you go for?
Okay, so I'm going a bit dark with my first choice.
Good.
Okay.
I'm going with Viscera.
Why?
Right, I know you're thinking it's probably an odd choice. A very
Yeah.
mobile wrestler that was notorious for injuring other wrestlers.
Okay.
But in the apocalypse, like, resources are going to be scarce, especially food. Viscera was £450. That's a lot of food. So straight off the bat,
Wow.
I'm murdering him and making some Big Daddy jerky. Possibly get some salami going, a lot of cured meats. They last a long time.
Forget scavenging, John, straight for the cannibalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not wasting any time here. I'm just crossing that line.
But I think I'd be like a quite ethical cannibal. Like, I'd probably go the Native American route. Make sure I use every bit. Like, maybe make some nice leather jackets.
Yeah.
Hairbrush out of his tongue.
Make a necklace from
use
his
his
bones.
stomach and bones to make a bagpipe. Yeah, that sort of stuff.
The tastiest part is the mohawk.
Oh, really? I'll bear that in mind.
The problem there is that if you kill him immediately, you've then got a lot of dead weight to carry around with you.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Or
Well,
are you just gonna...
wait for my
Or maybe you
second
just
pick.
cut him open and then you sleep within him,
Oh, yeah, like a tauntaun.
Oh.
like in that Leonardo DiCaprio film, The Revenant, where he sleeps in the horse.
Yeah. Or like a tauntaun.
Nice.
Or like a
Yeah.
tauntaun.
Maybe like you'll come across other people and they'll also have turned straight to cannibalism and they'll see you and Viscera and they'll think, we need to get that guy.
They're not going to see Viscera. Like, I'm killing him straight away. Like, all they're going to see is like a load of salamis hanging around my belt.
The best
Right.
part is that as you're cutting him open, there's going to be so much sinew and viscera, ironically. Oh, gross.
But, I'm quite interested in tasting some viscera jerky.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was quite persuasive. Well done. Sam, we're coming back round to you.
All right. My second choice, now I might get called out on this because he's not strictly a wrestler.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what it brings.
All right. So here's the thing, right? We're in this apocalypse. I want someone who, with me and Matt Riddle, who can maybe talk us into somewhere, kind of get us in a leadership position, kind of like gather people together, get us all working together.
Okay.
And I feel like Paul Heyman is the man for this job. Like, kind of just bigging us up, keeping us all motivated, and just generally kind of, talking crowds over to us who are like out
He
to
would-
get us.
He'd
Won't he just
constantly-
piss everyone else off?
Well,
though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on,
and he'd
'cause
give
here's-
away your position all the time because he's so loud.
But here's the
Yeah.
beauty is that as well, if I need to make a runner at any point, if say for example this is a zombie apocalypse and me and Matt are like, oh god, we need to get out of here, I need someone to get caught and done.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to be me. I'm not outrunning Matt Riddle. I am outrunning Paul Heyman. So
Yeah, that's true.
Paul Heyman can only do that waddle down to the ring, can't he? That's his one pace.
that's all right though, because like I said, I feel like he would get me into a settlement. I feel like he would be the guy running Bartertown.
Yeah, but he's the snivelling guy that always, turns you over to the other cannibals.
Yeah. He'll sell you as soon as he can.
Yeah.
I don't know now.
It's
I
risky.
feel like I've been talked out of my own choice. I might just eat him.
I think that's, if in doubt, eat them, especially if they've got a bit of extra timber.
Cool. Well, it was Paul Heyman. I feel like it was a bad choice now.
No. I mean, yes, but I want to keep your spirits up, so you never know.
Okay.
Okay, my next one. Now, one thing that I always think when I'm watching The Walking Dead is how the fuck aren't they all just cowering in the corner, crying, and, like, maybe thinking about killing themselves? Because
Yeah, sure.
the apocalypse is clearly going to be the most depressing, stressful thing ever. And I think if there's any chance at all of me keeping my head and making sure I don't lose the plot totally, then I need to sort of look after my mental health and keep zen and keep chilled. And I figure the answer is yoga.
Of course.
And I think DDP yoga will get me through it.
Oh.
And obviously Diamond Dallas Page is the man.
You'd have to look at his weird melted face the whole time.
Would you be able to tell him apart from a zombie?
Yeah.
No, well, maybe not. I mean, I'd have my eyes closed. I'd do the whole... I'd really get into my yoga and do it with my eyes closed. And so I wouldn't need to look at him. But, we know loads of wrestlers have said that DDP yoga has literally been a lifesaver for them. So I want my life saved.
Wow. Yeah, that's a very convincing argument. You feel like he'd bring a lot of wisdom as well with his age.
Exactly. And he had that gimmick once where he was a motivational speaker, so he can big me up. And,
God, yeah.
make
And
me
he had
believe
that
in
gimmick as
myself.
well where he was breaking into the Undertaker's house and stalking his wife. So
Well, I'm
there's
sure
also
we might
that.
do some of that together as well if we can. So I'm gonna he'll keep me fit and flexible and healthy and feeling good.
Solid.
Yeah, good choice. I mean,
Nice.
it's a choice.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt he'd be great company.
I
But
feel like the one thing would be really annoying is
Yeah.
that he would keep trying to sell you things.
He would also like keep a massive look on your diet, like
Oh yeah, you sure you want to be eating that?
if you found like a deserted Cadbury's factory or something, like you'd go in there and you'd be like, yes, and he'd be like looking at you going, you can't eat that.
yeah,
You can't. Here's some lettuce.
how would he feel about the Viscera Pepperamis?
straight protein, that'd be right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's probably a good thing, isn't it?
I think he'd be okay with that.
Okay, well that's why. Yeah, I think they could. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good choice, but of course I do because it's my choice.
You don't have to think your own choices are good ones. This is what I've learned already.
Yeah, well, that's true. Brett, who's your second choice?
I'm going to go with, actually, who isn't on my list as my second. I'm going to go with Cesaro.
Oh,
okay,
you
right.
feel like he'd be competent in every area.
Yeah, like the dude is smart. He can speak multiple languages, I reckon
With a
he
list.
could, yeah.
I mean, I do want to throw out there, he did lose to a 9-year-old at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Is Nicholas on your list, Sam?
It's a classic
And-
road story.
You know, like
be a bit weird.
the dude is strong as well, like if there's any like a tree falling in your path or anything like that, you need him to like move. He will just deadlift that, get rid of it
Yeah.
pronto.
I reckon
And-
he'd fall in line with Minoru as well.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't question the ranks.
Meanwhile,
Exactly.
the rest of us will just be stepping over the tree, but that's fine.
No, say we found a car, we've siphoned some petrol and you guys are walking, but we're like, driving along.
Just
getting
Okay.
places
quickly,
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
out of you, Minoru, Suzuki, and Cesaro, which one of you is siphoning the petrol?
Me.
Yeah.
Clearly me. It's all
Brett's
right.
the
I
bitch.
know my place in this team.
That's why you
And
need a Paul
also-
Heyman.
Thinking of like, I did have in my list of thoughts, not with Cesaro, the whole I might need someone I can outrun, but with Cesaro, I don't need to outrun anyone because he'll carry me.
Just like he carries everyone.
Yeah, he'll outrun everyone with me on his shoulders. So I think I'm set.
I think it's a strong choice.
Yeah, when you first said Cesaro, I thought, why? And now I know
I mean,
why.
the only other thing is kind of Cesaro does strike me as the guy who would die first in the film.
Yeah.
Just to kind of
the
like
guy with the
really
accent.
set the fear. Yeah.
No, we've already established Viscera is the first one to die.
That's very true. Good. Solid. John.
Okay, continuing my slightly weird choices, I've gone for the Great Khali.
Your crew is just a...
I do not. Yeah, I don't want to hang out with your group.
Well, see, I'm quite a lazy person, and I'm not really up for walking around the post-apocalyptic wasteland like a chump. So we've all seen Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome, right?
Yeah. You're just total Mad Max in this.
I'm going
throughout,
for I'm going for Master Blaster. Sort of type set up here, where Carly would just carry me around all day, basically do all the muscle work, carry around all the viscera sausages. Job's good.
I have nothing to this. This is an incredibly poor plan.
I was going to go for like Big Show, someone else big, but Big Show just looks like a normal, quite a big dude. Whereas Carly looks properly
that looks
freaky.
And you
like
can't
a
understand Carly as well, so
Exactly,
like you would
yeah.
definitely be in command.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure you'd get very far. Like he'd walk about 3 or 4 steps and you'd be done.
I'm thinking sort of slightly younger Carly, not modern day Carly.
I mean, are you going to eat Carly once he's past his usefulness as well?
Totally.
Not going to rule it out, but he's going to survive until we get through all that salami.
I really hope your third choice is like an AJ Styles or someone to save you, because you are very much going to be the victim here.
No, my third choice is
Okay.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Exciting. Okay, on to our third choices. Sam?
Okay, right. So my first choice has been like the power and the kind of like just general getting on with people. My second choice has been the diplomacy and trying to get me into places and possible food supply.
Mm-hmm.
But my third choice is someone who I actually want us to kind of be productive. So once I find a farm, I want someone who can grow a lot of vegetables and sustain us and knows how to cook, but also knows how to fight. And so I've gone for Daniel Bryan. So he can kind of lead us down the path of veganism in this horrible cannibalistic world of Viscera.
Yeah, John's not on board with this.
I feel like Daniel Bryan would teach me how to grow a beard and
teach you how to grow a beard. Is that what's holding you back at the moment?
Yeah, you're doing better than Adam.
I know,
Hey.
but like, I'm not doing as well as Daniel Bryan, am I?
So what? So like maybe every morning you just have half an hour beard class.
Just half an hour beard class. We'll take a couple of bumps, just getting trained up.
Yeah.
I'd be a little bit worried that we don't have a doctor on hand, but maybe Paul can learn that. And yeah, he would just grow vegetables for us. He'd kind of, he'd sustain us. He'd keep our little commune safe. So, yeah.
I can't really
Daniel
argue with
Bryan.
that.
And I feel like he'd get along so well with Matt Riddle. Like, we'd all be such good
Definitely.
friends,
Yeah.
maybe. I'm not sure Paul would fit in.
No, Paul Heyman would not fit in, but the other three of you would get on very well. Or maybe not you so much, but yeah. Matt and Daniel Bryan would be
We're
best
the
mates.
easygoing survivors.
Yeah. Is that your faction name?
Yeah, we're a little bit scared of Brett's group.
Okay, nice choice. My last pick, this was really tough because I just had I had quite a few, but I've decided to go with somebody who basically is, it's not all going to be doom and gloom. At some point, we're going to start rebuilding civilization. And in order to rebuild
You've gone for a woman,
civilization...
of course.
No, this is not about procreating. Although,
Okay, wow.
why didn't I think of that? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I've just occurred to me that.
Yeah, we're going to need some women. Anyway, when we're rebuilding civilization, I figured that having an architect might be pretty useful.
Oh, nice.
So I've gone for Seth Rollins. So he can draw up some blueprints for new sort of society or community buildings that we're going to put together. We can do CrossFit together again. With CrossFit and yoga, I'm just going to in peak physical condition.
Yeah.
And then he can burn it down.
Exactly. He has the ability to burn it down, which will be useful, on many occasions, I imagine.
Seth Rollins was very much in my considerations. Are you not worried about the knee?
No, because I know for a fact the knee is fine.
I mean, are you sure it's fine? Because I'm
I
not
am.
so sure it is fine.
Michael Cole will not be there, so nobody's going to be talking
He's
about the knee.
patient zero.
Yeah, let's hope so. And obviously Seth Rollins, he's just a dude, isn't he? And he's so good at wrestling. He could teach me some tricks, and I'd learn how to frog splash onto bad guys from trees.
Onto car
And,
roofs to open the doors.
Yeah, he's my choice.
I like it. It's a solid team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
enthusiasm levels so high.
So I'm just trying to think, who's your first choice again?
Stone Cold.
Okay, yeah, so it's a slightly chaotic element there, but then
Yeah, well, I'm not really thinking of it as like it's me and these three
No.
guys. These are my pitches. You know, we're gonna
Yeah,
get our
yeah.
top 5, aren't we? So
Don't you think that with Stone Cold, your DDP choice is a good thing to mellow him out?
Oh,
And
yeah.
perhaps,
that's a lot
like,
of
you know,
synergy.
get the best out of Stone Cold.
I don't think you
I
can.
don't know. I
mellow him
think
out,
I
can
want
you?
to. Yeah, I think I
I
want
don't
to
think you
keep.
can.
I want to keep him angry.
Yeah.
He's the guy who just won't sleep. He'll just sit there, keeping an eye out at all
Just
times.
whittling, just randomly carving a bit of wood.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Stone Cold and Seth Rollins are gonna. There's gonna be a big explosion there between those two, and only one's gonna walk away.
Nah. Don't worry about that. We'll be fine.
Well, they've both got dodgy knees, haven't they?
God.
And that's Adam's faction, the dodgy knees.
Brett, who's your final choice?
So my final choice is going to be a bit left field, but I feel like Sam's like last choice, we need someone who can help us actually survive with eating and foraging and that side of things. And my pick's going solely on the intro videos from the Mae Young Classic. I'm going with Sarah Logan because she's supposedly
that's a great
A
shout,
woman.
yeah.
brought up
Brilliant.
in the wilderness. She's a hunter. She's the one that in that environment will know what to do.
She's the Lara Croft of your team. That's a great
Yeah.
choice.
That is actually.
You won't understand a thing she's saying.
Yeah.
But then I think you'll probably have that sort of problem with Cesaro and Minoru Suzuki as well. So
Yeah.
That's the first choice in this entire episode. Would have been like, oh yeah, that actually makes sense.
Actually makes sense, yeah. And you know, we can't avoid the fact that you do need a woman if you want to, you know, continue the human
I
race.
think I'm at the point now where it's like everyone's sterile in this post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah,
We're the last
I'm just-
generation.
Worried about surviving, less worried about creating like the next
Also-
society.
With all due respect, Brett, it's between you and Cesaro
Oh
for
yeah,
Sarah Logan to choose from.
I'm not
Well,
putting myself. You
why
know,
is
I'm-
Suzuki not in that? Why is he? He's an attractive man.
I would say you are more handsome than Suzuki.
What a compliment.
I just hope he never hears me say that
There you go.
because I don't want to
You're
die.
more attractive than the man who's got a face that looks like ground meat.
Yeah.
Well done, Brett.
Certainly not young Suzuki.
Yeah, he was a heartthrob, wasn't he, back in the day?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Oh, this went to a weird place.
Yeah.
Sarah Logan. Very good choice, I think.
Don't worry, guys. I can wrestle it back.
Can you?
Can you?
Go on
I don't
then.
think you've had it to begin with here.
So my third and final pick. So I was thinking about this, and I think in the apocalypse, it's not only my duty to survive, but sort of help humanity grow and rebuild beyond it. And I think a big part of that is kind of repopulating the world after everyone has died. I think there's only one wrestler I want to repopulate the world with, and that is Finn Balor.
Balor.
Of course.
Got
Wow.
fantastic genes, great physique, incredible smile, all the building blocks to help humanity after the apocalypse.
And you know what? When you guys come across an enemy, he could climb up onto Carly,
Yeah.
jump off, and coup de grace whoever.
Exactly. And if Jurassic Park taught me anything, it's like life will find a way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's very good at
fair.
starting clubs as well, isn't
Yeah.
he?
What a group you have there, John.
I think you and Balor are going to abandon Carly
Yeah,
quite
I mean,
early on
once the sausages run out.
when you've moved like 3 foot in a day and he's like going to camp out for the night.
Good stuff. Okay, well, shall we round up then? So that's our 3 choices each. So they were Matt Riddle, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Minoru Suzuki, Viscera, Paul Heyman, Diamond Dallas Page, Cesaro, The Great Khali, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Sarah Logan, and Finn Balor. Quite a few sort of big, maybe obvious ones that nobody picked. I'm thinking people like
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, The Undertaker, Braun Strowman. I mean,
Yeah.
No
obviously,
Papa Shango.
mate.
Is this the first top 5 that Papa Shango hasn't appeared in?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I was going to mention him because I mention him on
Okay,
every top
yeah.
5.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be honest, that would be quite scary living with him.
I had a backup one of RVD.
Okay.
I was thinking, if like Daniel Bryan's not going to get us vegetables, then maybe Rob Van Dam can grow us some stuff to keep Matt happy.
Any other honourable mentions?
I
from
had
you guys?
Asuka because she's the Empress of Tomorrow,
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
and she's also a badass.
Yeah.
Her and Minoru Suzuki, maybe not the best of friends though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think in the apocalypse you could bury hatchets, don't you? You sort of put that stuff aside.
Do you reckon Minoru Suzuki's ever going to bury any kind of hatchet? Who else?
I did have Mark Henry or Big Show for the slower than you, give you a chance to get away scenario.
Solid.
And I also did have AJ Styles because, like, you know, you're thinking maybe, like you said, Braun Strowman, that size might be a factor, having a big, scary-looking guy. But if films and TV have taught us anything, is those guys don't tend to survive. And I was thinking AJ could be like the Jean-Claude Van Damme
Yeah.
type scenario, you know, the guy who can do everything.
I also had Jake the Snake Roberts. I thought he's someone who'd know his different poisons and he's seen the dark side of life and came through it. So he might be able to like motivate us.
Yeah, that might just break him.
I almost
possibly.
went for Randy Orton just because everything always works out for Randy, doesn't it? You know?
That is very true.
Yeah.
When the world
does.
is end, it'll be cockroaches and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
He wouldn't need to try.
No.
I don't think he would hang out with you guys for long. I don't think he'd be a team player.
Oh no, definitely not.
No, I get the impression he'd be looking for Matt in Sam's team for where the weed is.
Yeah.
I had obviously Papa Shanker, like I said. I had The Rock because he's The Rock and he'd be great company. Imagine,
Now that-
so
There's
charismatic.
someone that could talk you into somewhere.
Yeah,
unlike Paul
exactly.
Heyman.
Well,
Paul Heyman
everybody
could talk you into a settlement.
everybody loves The Rock. So, you know, any bad guys you see, you're right. He could just tell a few stories, flash that smile, be amazing.
Yeah.
I had Jericho. So if we got hungry, we could eat the goat.
I like that one. That was good.
I had Jimmy Havoc because his goth gimmick sort of fits in pretty well with the apocalypse. Plus, he'd have an axe with him, so that'd be handy. And that was it. Oh no, obviously I had Legion of Doom. I thought we'd pick more people with sort of the Mad Max gimmicks.
The Mad Max one's almost a bit too easy to go down.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why Sanity didn't get a mention.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Speaking of which,
Shall we do some listener suggestions?
Yeah, I think they may have come up.
Okay, so Dave Green got touched. He said Adam Bomb, poll over. Good old Adam Bomb.
Did Adam Bomb appear on our greatest?
Yeah, I think
Ring gear.
I did.
Ring attire.
I think it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was John's
Yeah.
pick.
I had a lot of time for Adam Bomb. Good mid carder.
He's back again.
Yeah.
Hill Nick Payne, he said definitely Ciampa, although trusting him would be a stretch, so I'll go for Braun.
Good. I'm pleased Braun got
fair.
a mention.
Braun would definitely get a tree or a car out of the way. Like that's his specialty, is tipping things.
I think
So-
really he should be on the shortlist
and
because
he loves his guns as well, doesn't he?
Oh,
does
exactly.
love
He,
his
he
guns,
does a load of hunting and archery.
I didn't go for Braun because I thought Adam's going to go for Braun.
Yeah. I kind of thought it was too obvious, but
Yeah.
we can still. I mean, because he's been suggested by a listener, we can still include him. So
Can we? Is that how it works?
No, that's not how it works.
No.
I think Braun's too much of a big target anyway.
So hold on a sec. You guys are just saying that whatever our listeners say, it just means jack shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. Look forward to the next pod where we get no interaction.
Whoops.
Okay.
Anyway,
Who's
another
next?
really important listener suggestion. Old Mr. Beerface says Repo Man, as he'd be unbelievable penge at scavenging for food and supplies.
It's Peng, John. It's
Peng.
Peng.
Stone Penge.
I mean, you are unbelievably penge, but Repo Man would be unbelievably peng at scavenging for food and supplies.
I
Screw
have
you, guys.
only ever seen one Repo Man match in my life, and it was on an Undertaker VHS about 20 years ago.
Yeah, he was
And
in a
ran
feud
into
with
the ring.
them.
He ran into the ring, got a hobcap, smacked it over the Taker's head. He turned around and was just like, nope, it's Tombstone, and that was it. I don't think I ever saw him again.
He was on SummerSlam 92. I think he was on the pre-show. Maybe against Crush? Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he's like a cat burglar, isn't he? He'd be like tiptoeing around with his bag of loot.
I mean, to be honest, like, surely there are better thief wrestlers out there, like Eddie Guerrero. He lies, cheats, and steals. Surely that's...
I don't know. I like Repo Man. It's a good reference. I like it.
Yeah. Good to hear his name.
Bombardier Brad Brush says the whole of Sanity already got the Mad Max vibe going on the strength in numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Broken But Glorious Pod said Kurt Angle, Matt Hardy, Jim Duggan, Shane Douglas, and Sandman have experience fighting zombies, so it would pick them. What is that? I don't get that.
Yeah, I had to look into this, and there's a film, a WWE film called Wrestlers vs Zombies.
Oh,
and
good
those are the
lord.
wrestlers. How good does that sound?
Sandman.
I think the Sandman's a good choice. He's kind of mental.
Yeah.
I mean, too mental though, isn't he? Surely.
Yeah,
Next
maybe.
time we're struggling for ideas for the podcast, I say we all watch that.
Yeah.
It sounds rough.
It does.
I mean, that cast is grim.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. I mean, thank you from me for getting in touch, everybody. These
Yeah, and
guys
me.
don't
I
care.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no, thank you.
Thank you,
It's
thank you.
appreciated.
I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
We're just
grovelling.
joking.
Right, we now need to try and whittle this down to our top 5, which we will do after this.
Back of the neck of Charlotte into the hardest part of the ring, courtesy of Carmella.
Give it to Carmella, wisely using the ring to her advantage.
Right, so we have 12 wrestlers and we need to bring this down to 5. So should we just immediately scrap some?
Yeah, can we sack off Viscera?
The meat supply. What are you on about?
I'm quite a fan of this meat supply idea.
Okay.
Oh, but I'm not turning to cannibalism.
No,
Never say never, Brett.
He might not make it. He might not make it, but I say we keep him for now.
I am bringing the most famous vegetarian wrestler ever. Kind of help us make some food. I mean, I'm a big meat eater, but sometimes you gotta roll with the punches, guys.
Okay, how about Carly? Let's get rid of Carly.
Yeah, Carly gone.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, and which other ones did we have doubts with? Like Sam, didn't you think Heyman
Paul
was actually a
Heyman.
bad choice?
Yeah, so Paul Heyman's not going to make
Yeah,
it, unfortunately.
okay.
Sorry, Paul. Bye bye.
I'm happy to ditch Seth Rollins because it was more like the architect joke was the only reason I did that. So
Okay.
yeah, you agreed?
It was worth
Yeah.
it. It was a good joke.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Okay. I
Anyone
think
else we want to ditch?
Sarah, well, not ditch, but I think Sarah Logan has to be in the top 5.
I agree completely. I think Sarah Logan is a shoo-in.
Agree.
I also think.
Well done.
I think DDP for top 5 as well, because I love the idea of someone to keep everyone like nutrition sorted, keep everyone calm, cool, collected,
Yeah, I
help
second that.
healthy in such a awful situation.
And to have some an old man there, some wisdom. You know, he's seen it all.
Yes.
He's been
Yeah.
to the brink and back.
Can we cut maybe Suzuki, who is going to kill us all?
Yeah, I think Suzuki would be risky.
I think, yeah. If
Yeah,
you could guarantee he'd be on your side, then great choice.
I just don't think you can do that, Brett.
No, I concede that.
Okay, we'll get rid of Suzuki.
Um,
Cesaro?
I feel like he's just a general utility guy, like not kind of great at any of the
Yeah,
other parts, but kind of just generally all right.
Jack of all trades.
yeah. Okay, well let's leave Cesaro there, but I reckon he's going to get kicked out. Daniel Bryan, I think, should be in the top 5.
I feel like he's good with the earth, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Hello.
Let's
Yeah.
go D, Brian.
Okay, we've got 2 spaces left in this top 5. We've got Matt Riddle, Stone Cold, Viscera, Cesaro, and Finn Balor to choose from.
So I'm gonna say Matt Riddle because I think
What, to stay or go? Because I think there's arguments to keep him, there's arguments to get rid of him as well. And I think they're
I'm
the
s-
same arguments.
yeah, I'm to stay. I think someone, to shoot the breeze with.
What I'd be worried about is if we left him on guard duty.
You
And-
just couldn't, could you?
No, like that would be a big loss. But at the same time, like, you know, he's not going to be taking up all the supplies and stuff. He's happy with just his underwear and power bombing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him a bit of weed, he'll be happy.
I think at this stage we do ditch Cesaro.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you? I
Go
know
on,
Brett.
then.
Sorry, Brett. I mean,
Go
you've
on,
already
then.
got Sarah Logan in there.
Okay, so he's a bit of a loose cannon, but can we make a shout for Stone Cold being in the top 5 if he brings the ranch?
I think definitely Stone Cold top 5.
We don't have anybody with hunting experience yet, so I think
That's
we
true.
actually.
Yeah, we do. We got Sarah Logan.
Oh yeah, and she'd hunt with a bow and arrow.
She, yeah,
But
okay.
I don't know if she's got a ranch.
Yeah, we need the ranch.
I think the thing is as well is that like Sarah Logan would shoot a deer with like a bow and arrow. Stone Cold would just drop it, kick it in the stomach,
Yeah, exactly.
stunner it, done. Yeah, I'd say Stone Cold top 5.
I think it'd
One
be amazing
place
to have him in
left.
there. So one
Okay,
place left.
can
I've
we-
got to be honest with you.
Okay, go on.
I want Viscera.
Yeah.
Come on. I was about to suggest we cut him again.
No, come on, Meat Wagon.
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been outvoted.
What are
Viscera.
you saying, Brett? You don't want him?
Let's go for Viscera.
Okay,
Okay.
there are 2 reasons. One, because it's ridiculous and funny, and we'd have so much meat.
Well, also, I mean, It depends how early you kill him, because now I'm thinking now I don't have Cesaro to carry me away from trouble. I
Yeah.
need a slower person
Yeah,
to get
we
caught.
need that. We've lost Heyman.
Yeah.
We've lost
Maybe
Cody.
we can keep him. We can keep him alive for a couple of days. You're a valuable part of our team, Viscera. Come on.
Just keep feeding him as well, what there is, just so that
Yeah, but good food, like
Good
grains,
Yeah.
lots of wholemeal stuff.
Yeah, all the like wild.
Give him lots of
mushrooms that-
massages as well. Let me just rub your back here.
Okay, so that means if we get Viscera, then we're definitely.
So that means
we're
Matt
losing
Riddle
Finn
goes
Balor.
and Finn Balor goes.
We're losing Riddle, yeah.
No, none of my awkward sexual advances on Finn Balor.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, having Matt Riddle and Finn Balor around, I mean, they're just
Yeah.
automatically the two best looking guys there.
Yeah, good
And
point.
we don't want that. We don't want any good looking guys. Okay,
Sorry, Finn.
So that's it
sorry,
then.
Matt, you're gone.
so I mean, to be honest with you, we don't even need to order these, do we? We've just put together a crack
Not
team.
really. No, we're just they're there starting a commune in the ranch. We've
Yeah.
got food supply. We've got yoga. We've got vegetables. We've got hunters. I think we're sorted. We're going to survive
Yeah.
the apocalypse, guys.
Yeah.
So what is our top 5 again?
Well, the hardest part of the ring crack team to survive the apocalypse is Adam, Sam, John, Brett, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Diamond Dallas Page, Daniel Bryan, Sarah Logan, and Viscera.
I mean, when you say survive the apocalypse, one of them definitely won't survive the apocalypse.
Yes, one of them is not surviving.
They're the crack team to help us survive the apocalypse so we can keep this podcast going.
Wow.
We just have to do live podcasts around the campfire.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, no, we could find like an old radio station and be like, what's his name in Fallout? Just talking to the people across the land, but only about wrestling.
Only about wrestling.
The trouble is, Stone Cold's also got a podcast. He might get a bit antsy about us doing a podcast.
I mean, whatever Stone Cold says, I'm going to kind of fall in line with it. I feel like he's probably the leader of this group.
Oh, fuck it, yeah. We'll just edit his podcast for him. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, good. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. Top 5 done.
Ribcage first across the apron.
Right now, a bit of admin. The hardest part of the ring champion is something we haven't spoken about for a little while, so I think there's an update. Is there, Sam?
There is indeed. So on May 15th, Shinsuke Nakamura became the first ever two-time hardest part of the ring champion, pinning
Wow.
AJ Styles.
Woo-woo.
But yeah, so he's held the title now for 6 days and a combined total of 34. AJ, we'll just kind of lest we not forget, he held the title for a record 37 days, 6 defenses. Did a really great job representing.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, title goes back to Shinsuke for pinning AJ, and we're going to change the rules slightly going forwards because there's been a lot of dodgy results, AJ, with these whole double count out bullshits. So from now on, it's going to be whoever wins, just regardless, disqualification, count out, whatever. If you beat
Yeah.
the champ, you are the champ.
Nice.
So-
Okay.
There you go. I've got a
Keep an
quick
eye out,
question.
Shinsuke. Yes.
Are we going to count out, count up any, title reigns to go towards our points when we do our draft?
Well, actually, it's funny you mention that because I've been
seeing
keeping...
as Nakamura's got 2-time champion, that's why I'm asking. I'm
Well,
just, looking for those points.
I've been keeping note of who represents which draft roster, and out of every champion we've only had 2 different rosters. My one, I had Shinsuke Nakamura for a little while, and then the other 4 reigns have all been Brett. So
Wow.
yeah, maybe let's not.
Brett is. I mean,
Damn
Brett
it.
is a Man United fan, so we should have known he is a glory hunter.
Just keep Brett down.
Well, I say glory. Show you about the cup final.
Ooh.
Those days are gone
Yeah.
with
Okay.
Fergie.
If you're a brand new listener, then wow, it's amazing that you've got this far. But also, just go back and listen to all the other podcasts to know what we're talking about when it comes to the hardest part of the ring championship and the draft.
So many pods,
so many great pods to listen to. You're so
so
right.
much history behind hardest part of the ring.
Yeah, 28 episodes deep. The next podcast we will be doing will be next week, and we're going to do something a bit different. We realised that we don't really get to talk about things like NXT or New Japan that much, or basically just what's going on in the world of wrestling. So we're going to do a kind of like a news roundup pod where we'll discuss the latest goings on and Raw and SmackDown and maybe a bit of Brit Rest as well. We might even talk about shows that we've been to recently because we've had a decent run. We went to Riptide a couple of weeks ago. These three guys went to Rev Pro. John and I are going to Progress on Sunday,
Yay.
which should be pretty cool. And
It's
then
the 70s show as well. It's going to be wicked.
Yeah, have you got an outfit?
No, I was thinking about that earlier. I don't know what to...
Just come in your usual garb.
Okay.
And Sam, I mean, we won't obviously review this because it's not happening for a while, but you're off to Japan, you bastard.
Yeah, I'm going to be going to Dominion.
Oh, you
So-
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's
Green
gonna be
with
shit.
envy.
I hope you're going to be wearing your hardest part of the ring.
Of course, I'm
t-shirt
going to be
and
wearing my hardest part of the ring t-shirt.
sticking stickers all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that because that's possibly vandalism in a foreign country. I don't know.
Well, do you want to get back on the pod when you return, or what?
Oh yeah, fine. Okay, cool. There'll be hardest part of the ring stickers everywhere.
Everywhere. Brilliant. Speaking of hardest part of the ring stickers and t-shirts, Brett, obviously you can tell everybody how to get in touch, but also we have merch, don't we?
We do. Yeah, should we do the merch first?
Yeah.
We have also for a limited time, we've got a new shirt, both a men's and a ladies shirt, and also a mug
Yes.
for our version of the Royal Wedding, which was the match made in heaven. So we've got that up, and it's only until Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a limited time release.
And we
So
all
get
know
on
that
there.
royal wedding stuff, you know, after a decade or so, or hopefully when they break up, it's going to be worth an absolute fortune. I say they break up because now I'm talking Macho Man's dead.
Yes.
So, yeah, they've already broken up. So you'll be
So is
finding
Miss
this stuff on
Elizabeth
eBay.
as well.
Yes. They're
Oh,
both.
R.I.P. Maybe you need to buy this mug and then you can pour a little bit of tea out for those two. Show your respects. Anyway.
What better way?
Wow.
Plenty, giving us some money.
Brilliant. That is it then, I think, for this week. We'll see you all next week. Until then, thank you for downloading. Please do rate and review and subscribe. But until next time, it's goodbye from me. Goodbye, Sam.
See you later.
Goodbye, John.
Bye.
And goodbye, Brett.
Ta-ra.
That was the hardest part of the ring.
That is the hardest part of that ring.
On the hardest